area of a parallelogram. Well, first, maybe we should go over what a parallelogram is. It really is anything that has two sets of parallel lines to each other. So, notice this is the same as this. Now, obviously not drawn the best, but this line here is parallel to this line here. So we have two sets of parallel lines. So it makes up a parallelogram. Now, the area of a parallelogram is just the base times the height, and that is equal to the area. Now let's go over, right? So if you were to look at this right here is considered the base, and then our height right here, right? This is our height. Now, it's kind of, right, it looks kind of weird, right? But if you were to, say, take off this section right here, and then just move it to right here, right? So then this, really what we're doing is just looking at a square in this sense, right? If we just moved it. So then it just kind of becomes, we can see it, right? Base times height, which is kind of just our regular rectangle. So that's kind of how it comes into play, because if you remember, triangles are kind of weird where you have to take, right, like only 1/2 times the base times height. But this is a reason why a parallelogram that has kind of a slant in it, right here, right, like these are the slants, it works because you can just move it over to there. So let's go over an example. So example 1, a welder is building a fence around a lot that's 92.5 feet by 36 feet. So what's the total area of the whole lot? So we're going to let's just first draw this. So we have, right, 36 feet here, and we have 92.5 feet here. So in order to find the area of this whole space, we're just going to go ahead and multiply. So let's go ahead and solve for the area. So we have 92.5, and then we need to multiply by 36. So let's get our calculators out. So we go 36 times 92.5, and we get 3,330. Now, what's our units? Our units is feet times feet. So we have 2 feet, so it's feet squared. That's how we signify it by the units also that it's an area because it's feet squared. Now, let's look at the second example. So we're going to determine the area of the following parallelogram. So we have a height of 11 inches, and we have a base that's 30 inches, so this whole thing here. So to find the area, we're going to go base times the height. So the base is 30 inches times 11, which will get us to our area. So we'll get our calculators out. 11 times 30, and we get 330. Now, what's our units? Well, we have inches, so it's inches squared. So that's our area, 330 inches squared. Now let's look at the final example, example 3. We're going to find the area of the base of the load below. So if we look at the base, right, if we were to take this out, we have a 20-foot length, and then this would be 10 feet, right, because this little line indicates feet. So if we look at this, we go 10. So we go 10 times 20. Well, that would give us 200. Now, and this is 4 feet squared. Now, notice we did this just in our heads, right, in a quick way. And remember, if you remember this trick, if we go like that, we can, because these are both zeros, we can just go ahead and just hang the 0 out, and we just bring it straight down. Then we just go ahead and multiply 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2, and we get 200. The other thing you could do is go ahead and multiply, right? You can multiply it out or just get our calculators out, and we can just double check. And we get 200. So our area of this whole base is 200 feet squared.